India's brought its import dependence down from almost 70% to around 35 to 40%. What are the next big steps needed to reach full self-reliance by 2030?
Thank you for the question, Smita. I think a lot of this import dependence now increasingly relates to our legacy systems. Prospectively, you'll find that in the last financial year, for example, we spend almost 86% of our budget within the country. So obviously that shift is going to take some time, given that we do also have a tendency to, not replace our equipment that quickly. We we ensure that often we take it beyond its service life simply because of the shortage of resources. But the fact remains that if you see prospectively what we're doing, I mentioned the fact that we have a normative target now that not more than 75%, not less than 75% will be spent domestically every year. We are exceeding that target. Last year we did about 2 lakh crores of contract signings. Again, bulk of it within the country. So over a period of time, you are going to see a decreasing dependence. It will never go away altogether, even if you master some of the critical technologies, the way we have gaps like jet engines, for example. There will be areas where it is simply infeasible to try to be self-sufficient. So you'll have to, rely on some supply chains outside, hopefully in more trusted geographies and not in the ones that are adversarial to us. But over time, you will see the shift, and hopefully the majority of our equipment will be Indian in the next 10 years or so.
So a related question before I go to the other panelists. The government is aiming for 3 lakh crores, I believe, in defense manufacturing and 50,000 crores in exports. There's an innovation that the US began way back, I think in 1999 or something. It was called InQtel. It's a CIA venture capital fund to bridge cutting-edge private sector innovation with national security needs. Isn't it time that India created similar strategic venture funds to fast-track defense technologies?
Yeah, maybe. The fact is that India has a fairly robust venture capital ecosystem already, and many of them are investing in many of our defense startups. So I don't think it is particularly necessary for government to set up a venture capital fund. There is enough funding increasingly available for startups that can show promising technologies and prototypes. The way the government can support defense is through what I mentioned earlier, which is ensuring that we spend the budgets that we have, which we've started doing now, do as many contracts within the country as we can, identifying promising firms. And as you see that happening, the defense sector, ultimately the funding for a defense startup or a defense MSME really depends on its order book. And if we are giving them orders, then they will not have a difficulty with funding. Whether we also create a niche venture capital fund as a sovereign fund for defense sector, maybe we can think about it. But for the most part, my view is that the combination of orders and quick contract signings and procurement is more than enough to attract capital into this sector.
Do subscribe to the ANI Clips channel to get shorter versions of this podcast. Click here to watch the full episode.